Hi! Oh,
I'm
you're here already. I was like, "Ooh, Melody's here." Okay. I went to the bathroom and had some moment there.
no, I heard the door open, squeak, like a scary movie. Oh,
Um, just this 1 hour before our call, I went to some experts in Google here upstairs.
hmm?
I had some tips and tricks on how to do Google Hangouts with with all the suggestions and the things that I should learn about how to use Google Hangouts. First, they told me that you can't give them the link of the Google Hangouts. You can only give the link of the session if you are about 20 to 30 minutes before the time of the Hangouts.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we can, in our Acuity email, if they want the group in our product, we just have to tell them that you will be given a link 1 hour or 30 minutes before the scheduled time for the groupinar. And then afterwards, we can start the groupinar like um, 20 or 10, and then we can invite them through um, when you hover on the top of the groupinar, there's a link that it says invite people, so that if you
Mhm.
click on that one, you will be there's a pop-up window that it says send an invitation or send an invite, and then that's the only time that we can give them the link, or we can invite them through their Google Plus account.
Through their, not just email, but through the Google Plus account.
Mm-hmm. Because I already stressed a question from the experts upstairs. They told me that we should the user must have a Google Plus account in order for them to join the Google Plus session.
So that is, if we do that route, then what I can put is just even on the product, I can say to join you must have a Google Plus account.
Mm-hmm. So
Because
that.
also if I use the Hangouts rather than Webinar Jam, then what I can do is say that we use Google these groupinars are through Google Hangouts, and you must have a Google. You're required to have a Google account, a Google
Mm-hmm.
Plus.
Mm-hmm.
And so okay, because if I put that, then they know that they won't sign up without having that. That's
Yes.
good to know. And Webinar Jam, they don't have to have a Google Plus account because we
Mm-hmm.
do it with email.
Yes.
But if we do the Skype, which I didn't go there yesterday to see, I didn't go and upgrade because I'm well, yeah, I didn't get that far. So yeah, I yesterday I had a during the day I had a migraine in this
Oh.
eye, and then last night I had a migraine in this eye, and so today I just noticed my eyes. It's they using my eyes because it usually affects my eyes and my stomach. It's the after effects, but I've just got a headache and it kind of makes me sick to my stomach. So it's using my eyes and thinking is a little more difficult today.
Uh,
So just to let you know. Uh, but yesterday, I see that you followed me on Twitter,
mhm.
and
And actually,
respond.
we have 46 likes on Facebook.
Yeah, I seen that, and uh, but also it has gone. I got an email yesterday from Facebook that said, where did I? Let me just read that because I was like, wow. Oh, it came from Facebook and it said your weekly page update. And it
Wow.
says, um, uh, it says last week. It didn't show this week, and this week is better than last week. But last week it said total page likes was 43.
Mm-hmm.
Um, previous week was 0. So last week the total new likes was 6, and the previous week was 0. And then last week's total reach is 267.
Mm-hmm.
And last week or the previous week the reach was 29. And I know that we look at it a few times too. And then it says last week people engaged 26. So it didn't. That isn't this week's. That's last week, and I know that this week it has. I mean, because I've just all of a sudden seeing, oh wow, um, yeah, because I blogged on Saturday. I was going to try to do it on Sunday, and I missed Sunday, but then I've done it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I already created today and Friday because I have Friday's a busy day out. I have several things
Mm-hmm.
outside, and today I have one, and so I decided, oh, I better already create. So I'm trying to create more at the same time, and so I already created the two. I didn't create them in WordPress. I didn't do that. I just did them in my one file, my Word document that I'm writing. I use this Word document to
Uh-huh.
write in, and so I already created them, and so it'll be easy to post them. And but I already just it matters to have something that is worth people looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think the pictures they're catchy, and they're short enough that people are like, oh, that's cool. And
Yeah.
so I think from there, that's where I was gonna. I don't know. I guess it's on WordPress where we look at who actually visits the page, the web
Mm-hmm.
page, and so we can see how many visits in this week, and so we can also probably do a comparison with all that. I see that also that Bjorn emailed you, yeah, was it Bjorn? Yeah, to you and to me. Did you get that email?
Let me check. Because I've checked this morning.
He
I
sent it 6:04 a.m. here. Okay, so it was just early this morning. You probably didn't see it.
okay, yeah. It's in my Carve email.
Yeah. So I haven't read through it either. I just seen so he responded, and that's good.
Yeah. There's so many.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and we could read through it together if you want.
Uh-huh. Okay. Glad you glad to hear that you seem to have a productive time with Melody. Concerning your question, both sides are involved. Acuity, all that is relevant here are the semantic information, price, description, and the order of the product's number of spaces preceding each product's name. WordPress, all files are in wp-contents slash themes slash WordPress bootstrap Melody, which is okay, which is a child template of okay, and functions that PHP your file that add short code. Uh-huh. This defines a WordPress shortcode. This shortcut is made available as an element in Visual Composer. Mhm. When function acuity underscore shop underscore function is called, it returns a div which is a data shop owner attribute. In custom.js at line 181, the script checks if the user scrolls into the shops area. If so, an AJAX request is done to, which is handled by functions at PHP on the server side and runs functions acuity shop underscore handle request. This function does the magic of opening the acuity product, parses it, and returns a differently formatted HTML that gets inserted into the page. This way, the page shows up much faster on mobile devices. The booking form itself is handled about the same as a shopping area. I hope this helps you. 3 marks. I noticed one layout issue. See attachment.
Yeah, this is what I was talking with the picture, why it was getting cut off.
Okay. I noticed one layout issue. The ELIZA code's head is not correctly positioned anymore. The same applies to the header image of the blog entries. I guess the highlighted margin of 20px is the reason for it. To make changes to the styles, uh, they're, re they're written in less and combined into a single style sheet to save bandwidth and keep the number of requests low. Mhm. I'm using CodeKit macOS to compile, minify, and combine the last file. Mhm. I noticed that you installed lots of plugins, and some look as if they serve as the same purpose. Lazy load for YouTube videos. I don't exactly remember the size of the web page the last time I worked on, but it was definitely far less than 1 MB. I guess it was even less than 300 KB. Now it's 1.6. Mhm. Statistically, more than 24% of web servers are already accessing web pages with their mobile devices. 1.6 MB takes so much time to load with Edge that people won't wait for the page to finish loading. Okay. Do make backups. I don't own use. I did my own using Git and a database dump. Since a lot of changes happen to the web page, I would strongly recommend to get a backup plugin running and make automated in regular backups to Melody's Dropbox. I would also recommend to set up development environment. You could set up a page like and develop the web page there. Okay. There are surely synchronization solutions to synchronize from development to production when you want to make your changes public to everyone. So long. P.S. Don't take my words too seriously rude. I just want to provide help and make sure Melody's webpage is the great product value for the people. Okay, this is very cool.
That's funny that he uses the word rude, because a lot of Americans, Germans can seem rude, their forwardness and their directness. And so I think it's funny that he uses the word rude.
Okay.
So yeah, and if you have more questions, feel free to ask him. He's really good at the words, at speaking, and really speaking in a way to help you understand. He, at least that sounded like it really. Not everything made sense to me with the coding, but it sounded like it made sense to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of it.
Um, so I hope that helps with the web page.
hmm
And again, just respond to him, to his email, if you don't understand some of it. And
So.
because, yeah, go ahead.
Because I think that's why when we um, in include an image into a blog post, you can't see it properly because there's the image is not working properly. That it has like it will not fit into what size we want. Because I think because of the margin that Bjorn told us that it has a 20px of margin. So I think I have to delete or remove that one in order for us to still manage the 780 by 780 by 200 298. Yeah, that's I think the size of the image when we include it into our blog posts. So I think I have to do that one and make changes out of it.
Okay. And then because was he saying the same thing with the Eliza
Yeah.
face? Because it kind of offset, it's the same problem. Okay. It doesn't make sense completely to me, but it does. It makes enough sense. I kind of get it. So, um, good. Um, and then with the acuity, did that make sense to you with how with did that answer your questions or with acuity?
Um, I think not all the questions I asked him about
Okay.
the spacing, but I'll have to ask him again about specific things in the arrangement or the the display of products per row.
Yeah. Yeah, because the message that I had sent him, it was a text. I sent him a text message because I said I said you'd be emailing him to understand the coding for the Acuity Store integration of defining that the third row up allows for a single product and picture description to show up. I want a focus for the month on a single type of coaching that I do. I hope it won't take too much of your time. And so anyhow, but that's what I had explained to him was specifically for that. So maybe he understood that, maybe he didn't. I don't know. Just uh, email him again if you have questions.
Hmm. Okay, sure. Oops.
Um, yeah, yesterday I was going to try to get to the newsletter. Um, well, I was going to try to get 2 articles written for the newsletter for next month.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm also focusing on. I hope this weekend I can um, kind of pull 2 newsletters together for next month, and then we can actually put the first one out and
Mhm.
that first week. So that's kind of another goal that I'm doing. I this my document seems to really work for me
Mhm.
organizationally. Um, so far, it's really uh, I feel kind of empowered as I am meeting my goal of getting the blog posts. I mean that was empowering. Yesterday, I finished the 2 today's and Fridays already, and it was like it just feels empowering. Like okay, I'm actually my actions are speaking that I am a coach, that I am
Mhm.
doing what I mean, I'm putting myself out there, and so it feels a little empowering. And now I have this freaking headache that I can see it's making makes
Yeah.
my makes my eyes want to just close. Because just looking from over here to over here, it's like okay, now I'll close my eyes because that's a lot of effort on the I don't know muscles.
Or I
It's
think
just a
you should take a rest first, because
yeah
it will. Because if you'll take like an extra effort doing something or exerting something, you will like really have this um maybe after or afternoon or later this morning you will feel like what did I do that it makes me feel like I'm so dumped and so tired. So maybe you just take your rest and maybe we can talk tomorrow or the following days.
yeah. Tomorrow needs to be again this same time
Mhm.
because I really have a full day out. But I've thought okay, well the only thing I have to do today is post. I make my little post, and I was gonna try to check in the WordPress also to see. I know that I can create drafts, and so I can create them in there. I just haven't trusted doing that yet,
Mm-hmm.
and so I thought, okay, maybe I'll get that, create a draft in there. And I was going to look to see if there's a have it, or if you actually have to uh, post it, or what is it called? Send it out.
Or
So I
maybe we. Mm-hmm.
so I haven't
Or
looked at.
okay.
Go
Or maybe
ahead.
you can just have like send me the post, or maybe I can just um post it in behalf of you so that you can have like the rest. Because
Yeah,
I can sense and I can feel that you are like 1% remaining, very low bat. And I don't want to feel that burden, because I hate seeing you like, oh, because I always see you like smiling and this lively feeling, and it feels like, oh, she's not doing really well today, and
yeah, yeah.
I think I should you should rest right now.
The sun is shining today, and I thought, oh, the sun is shining, and I wouldn't be able to do a little video if I wanted to. Uh, today, just a it's like no, I think yes, it's telling me to slow down, and I thought, okay, today and tomorrow will be more low gear, although I will be out doing other things. It's still
Mhm,
taking a break from all of this, and then I will probably work on it on the weekend some more, because I'm really excited. I mean I as I said, I feel so empowered that
mhm,
it's hard. My mind doesn't want to let down because I'm, oh, this and oh that, and I'm thinking of these things, but my body's telling me just relax a little. But I before we go, I wanted to just talk about the Google Hangouts and the uh, webinar jam, because we're
mhm.
using webinar jam for this one
Yes.
today. Um, so with these, what I see as the extras with webinar jam is the sidebar on
Yeah.
the because it allows you to show videos, it allows you to um, okay, even display stickies, remove sticky. I mean, yours probably even shows more than mine, maybe, because you are the host. But you can do polls. I mean, that's something. Attendees, you can see how the attendees as they come in and go, pop-ins.
Mhm,
So there's a lot of things that it offers. And what I'm just thinking is I mean, if I'm going to do some kind of thing where I have a big following where I can have 100 people or even 1,000, um, then I would definitely want to use Webinar Jam or something like that. But at
mhm.
this stage, with just up to 10 people, even the Google Hangouts works. But with Google Hangouts, what parts we can do the chat? Um, I'm curious of what parts that we can also do, or how we would do a similar thing in Google Hangouts. Like, since we have the chat function, is there a way that we can have people, do a poll, or that we can insert things, or I mean, what in Google Hangouts, what would be the equivalent of some of these things? And I
Okay.
know you don't have all the answers right now, but that's where my curious mind goes.
Okay.
And is we're paying for this, and that since Webinar Jam uses Google Hangouts,
Mhm.
then um, what my curious mind then says, okay, so what is it that we're actually paying for, and how would you do that, something similar in Google Hangouts without
Okay.
paying for it? is it possible? Because probably not everything is possible.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's just makes me curious.
Okay.
Um,
So
and yeah, because I also some of this with the Google Hangouts is just learning it myself for even personal use, like with my family and stuff.
mhm.
Um, because I mean, I'll continue to use the webinar jam at this point because we have it, and I like it. It's nice. But I just
Ooh. I didn't put. Oh, it's.
hello,
Okay.
you back.
Yeah. I think that's the sign.
Yeah, it said I was just going on and on. I thought you were just patiently listening, but you were really frozen.
Because I checked that if I am still having my internet connection and I have my internet connection at it's stable. And why all of the sudden that you're not in the Google Hangouts?
Yeah, it said. Well, then I tried to send a text or message, and it didn't seem to be showing up. And I was like, okay, so everything is frozen. And then all of a sudden it said, oh, lost connection. And then you came right back up. So
Okay.
cool. Um, okay, what else? Um, yeah, so we have one more week
Mm-hmm.
this month because I really want to try hard to get a newsletter out. And I know that that's a milestone. I know that uh, it's I know that when we get close to that day, I'm gonna be resisting a little bit. So um, yeah. So I'm just like what my goal is to like this weekend, and I want to try to get the two articles
Mm-hmm.
written and get the stuff together so that next week we can kind of look at it, look at look at the two newsletters in the monkey.
The MailChimp.
Yes, the Mailchimp. And so then next week we can look in there and because I've got to go over also the email list. It's pretty close, but I think I have a few more emails to add to it. And
Mhm.
because I with the newsletter class that I took, what they told us was in your very first newsletter, you use every email that you have that you're comfortable sending it to. Because one of the little things you put on there, you are receiving this email because of your relationship to Melody or something, so it can be professionals or family and you can here and at any time. And
Mhm.
so, but once you have sent out your first one, once you're sending them out, you can't just legally you can't just send it just to anybody. They are supposed to opt in by giving their email address. They
Mhm.
they opt in, and so I think that's probably one reason I really pushed off uh, doing it. I just wasn't ready, and I feel being able to do these posts, these blog posts, is giving me the confidence to. I think I'm ready. I think I'm finally ready to start writing, and because I have a method, a way, a format that I just I mean, it's all set up. I don't really have to think. I just look at oh, it's Thursday. Let's see which one feels like. It's almost like, do I feel like wearing a pink shirt or a white shirt or that's what it feels like to me. Make a decision, but I don't have to be completely lost.
Mhm.
Because with this method, like with August, it's stress management. So stress management with which topic do I choose? Okay, so how do I write that to meet both? And then I get to it says waiting for people to join this video call. Oh, am I waiting for you now? Okay, I think I lost you again.
So sorry, I
That's okay.
accidentally pressed the switch. I mean, was it the shutdown button?
Call. Okay, so then let me go out of it.